Today, we're going to go from this to this in this follow-along splits tutorial. Let's fly right into this. And we're going to go to step 1. Start off with your feet slightly wider than shoulder widths apart and bend forwards from your hip. It's very important to breathe and be relaxed whilst you're doing this. So breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. Now, let's get started. Let's do this together for 1 minute. Remember, you're only bending from your hips, so keep your back straight and just move from side to side. For a modification, if you feel any strain in your hamstrings when trying to go deep into this exercise, you can place your hands on your knees so that there's slightly less strain on your hamstring whilst you move from side to side. Keep breathing through this exercise in through your nose, out through your mouth. The more you relax, the deeper you'll see yourself getting into this exercise. And what we're doing here is we're opening up our hamstrings so that they'll be more open for when we go into the front splits. For the front splits, you need a lot of hamstring and hip flexibility. So that's what we're focusing on in this video. Three, two, one. Time for exercise number 2. This time, I want you to bring your legs together, and then we're going to do the same thing. Bend from your hips, keep your back straight, and we're going to move from side to side in a standing pike position. Let's do this for 1 minute. Make sure you're breathing throughout this whole movement and stay relaxed throughout this entire exercise. Don't push yourself, just simply breathe and stay where you're comfortable and relax in that place. And slowly, because you're relaxed, your body will open up and you'll get deeper and deeper into this exercise. Finishing this up in 3, 2, 1. Exercise number 3, baby. Now, we're going to turn our body to one side. Get that cape out of the way. We don't need it for this exercise. Now, we're going to bend forwards from our hips. Keep your back straight, and we're going to move from side to side. Let's go for 1 minute. Make sure you're moving throughout this whole exercise from side to side. Don't ever just stay still, because then you'll only be using one part of your hamstring. But we're trying to open up all the different parts of our hamstring, so keep on moving from side to side. And we're moving on in 3, 2, 1. Exercise number 4. We're going to turn to one side with one leg in front of us, one leg behind. Now drop down to one knee, and we're going to go into a lunge where you keep your front leg bent at a 90-degree angle with your knee directly above your ankle. Turn your hips to face forwards and keep them square, and straighten out your back leg and lean into your hips. We're going to do this for 1 minute. When doing this, try and keep your hips as square as possible, which means keeping your hips in a straight line. So you could connect a line from your left hip to your right hip and it would be straight. So try and keep your hips as square as possible whilst doing this. If this means that you have to be slightly less deep into the stretch, then come slightly out of the stretch and go to where you feel comfortable, where your hips are also square. When you do this, you're going to be working on your hip flexors. And we want to open up those hip flexors because you want your hips to be square in the splits. Next exercise in 3, 2, 1. Exercise number 5. Boom! We're going back onto one knee. This time, we're straightening out our front leg and we're bending our back leg. That's a switcheroo right there. We're gonna keep our back straight, our hips square, and we're gonna bend from our hips forwards and move from side to side. 1 minute starting now. Next exercise in 3, 2, 1. Exercise number 6. Now we're going to combine exercise number 5 and 6 together, going from the lunge to the hamstring stretch, like I'm showing in this video. Let's go for 1 minute. Moving on in 3, 2, 1. Exercise number 7. Turning to one side, we're going to drop down to a lunge once more, but this time we're going to place our elbows next to our front leg. Then lean into your hips and let's do this for 1 minute. It's very important that you keep your knee directly over your ankle when doing this. Don't let it slip to the side because you'll put unnecessary pressure on your knee. And we have 3 seconds left, 2 and 1, which means we're on exercise number 8. For this exercise, we're going to lie down on our back and grab your leg and try and bring it as close to the ground as you feel comfortable. We're going to do this for 1 minute starting now. In this position, use your breath. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Really relax in this position, and when you feel comfortable, try and pull your leg slightly further down. In the top right, you can see a less extreme version of this stretch, just so you can see how to do this stretch a bit clearer. Now we're going to end this off in 3, 2, 1. Time for number 9. It's also time to get rid of this cape because this is time. It's time for the big moment we've all been waiting for. Say goodbye to the cape because we are about to get down into our front splits for the first time. How we're going to do this: keep your hips square, straighten out your front leg in front of you and bend your back leg. Now place your hands either side of your front leg and slowly slide into the splits, using your breath to help you get lower. See here, I breathe through my nose and out through my mouth and stop where I feel comfortable. Once I feel comfortable to go further, I breathe in through my nose and out through my mouth and try and go slightly deeper. Do this all the way until you can get all the way to the ground in your front split. Let's go! We did it! We did our front split. To get your front splits, you need to practice this every single day. So keep practicing and make sure you rewatch this video so that you can practice on your other side too, so you can get your splits on both legs.